Hey guys, and welcome along to this Legs, Bums and Tums class with myself. My name's Dave Cross and I'm the Group Exercise Program Manager and Master Trainer for PureGym. Today I'm going to take you through this short workout focusing, well, basically your legs, bums and tums, so everywhere from here down, not missing an inch. All right, so what I'd like you to focus on is we're going to focus mainly on bodyweight movements, but if you feel like you want to add some more resistance to your training session today, you can add a weight plate, kettlebell, dumbbell, can of food, heavy bottle of water, anything that's going to apply some more resistance. But this workout should be tough enough without, but we'll see how you get on. Make sure you've got some space around you. Make sure that you've got no real niggles that are going to prevent you from getting the most out of this workout, and I think we should make a start. So we're going to get our body warm first, and then we'll be fluctuating basically between hitting the legs, activating the glutes, and making sure the core is permanently turned on. So, without any further ado, let's get to it, shall we? Crank up the music. Yeah, why not? Here it is. All right, take your feet wide, and it's a good old-fashioned squat. Knees out, chest up, 2-2. Down, down, up, and up. Your first squat of the day, I'm guessing. So you're sitting your hips down and back, and just enjoy the first few minutes, because that's the comfortable part. 4 more times. Knees out, and the shoulders are sat back, so your posture is really good. You're going to chuck the hips down just above knee height. 1 more. Now guess what? Yeah, well done. Faster. Go. Arms can do whatever you want. If you like the whole up-down sequence, then go for it. Otherwise, hands on hips, hands on chest, hands behind your head. Hey, it's your call. 8 more. You can probably tell I timed my caffeine well this morning. Oh, what I didn't do though. Come on, Dave, sort it out. Watch has now started. Okay, feet under the hips, alternating stagger lunge back. 1, 2, 3, and switch. Step back, down, up, together. When you step back, check you're stepping far enough back so both your knees can bend loads. And yep, we're using our legs right now, but let's try to have a good 25-minute focus on constantly drawing the belly in to brace the abs. You do that in any standing position, and straight away, there's a greater core activation. 2 more. We're gonna go back to the squat. Last one. Feet wide, a little wider this time, straight to the single. So now your knees are pointing further out because your toes are. So you've got good alignment. And at the bottom of your squat, keep going. At the bottom of your squat, predominantly pushing through the heel and the ball of your foot. So if you feel like you're putting weight into your toes, sit your hips back more and lift your chest higher. 2 more. All right, hold here. Feet narrow. We're going to move into a lateral movement. So it's slow and steady to start off with. Chest is lifted, watch. Step out, sink down, lift together. Same leg, out, sink down, up, together. Go. A nice gentle landing. So land on the heel first, and then track the knee and the toes out toward the corner. Change sides, left leg. Again, slow and steady. Now this is getting the quads moving again, but also getting a little stretch on the inner thigh of that straight leg. 1 on the right leg. 1 on the left leg. Good, couple more. Last one. Let's go back to the lunges, this time straight back and down. Go. Are you warm? I am. Sweating already. Top's clinging to me. All right, so it's 5 past. We're 5 minutes in. Only 3.5 minutes of movement though. So take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to get our body really ready. Do 2 more. Do 2 more. We're going to do this. Squat and reach. Go. On the reach, lift your heels. Let's get the calves waking up. Just go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Warm up complete. Heart's pumping a bit more blood around the body now. Muscles feel good. Heart rate's lifted. You're breathing a little faster, and it's time to get straight into training. So, legs, bums, and tums. Can't do legs, bums, and tums without some squats and some lunges, right? So it's a squat to start off with, but I'm going to bring in some adaptations and modifications to hopefully give you the best out of this movement. So your feet are wide, your toes are out slightly, because what you've got to think is every time you bend at the knee, you want to point the hip, the knee, and the middle toe in a straight line at wherever width you are. So let's try a slow squat down. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Same move. 3 and 1. Down. 3, 2, 1. Stand. Now when you stand, almost like you're going to try and thrust to the top by pressing the heel harder into the floor. Why? Because that primes the quads and the glutes. 2 more. 1 more. On the squat, drop quick and hold. Rise. Again. Hold, pause, stand. All right, a long burner. A long burner. Down quick, pulse. Go. Oh. So sit hips down back and try not to press on your hands into the legs. Just relax the hands and go 4, 3, 2, stand. Breathe for a second. We'll do that again. This time, take a slightly wider stance. It will still hit the quads, but with a wider base, we're going to hit the inner thigh and the glutes more. Straight to the pulse. Go. Now, some of you might find that in this wider squat position, you can sit deeper. If you can, do it, as long as your tailbone doesn't tuck under. Stay there for 16, 14. An early bit of fire for you. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, stand. Good. Now that the first round of squats is pretty much done, we're going to bring in a slightly different method of squat. Now this one is going to test your balance. It is definitely going to test your ability to lift your heels. So it does mean that it's going to focus a bit more on the calves too. So here goes. We're going to take a slow squat, but as you stand, you're going to lift the heels off the floor. Watch or try the first few with me. Down, down, up, lift the heels. Down, down, up, lift the heels. So at the top, there's a little pause. There. Down, down, up. Single. Quick. There you go. Now almost go from your shortest to tallest. Do it again. 8, 7, 6, 4. Good. Take another rest. Breathe. Now then. I'm not even sure about this on myself, so let's see how we get on. We're going to lift the heels and then squat. You're going to come off balance, and that's okay. Watch the first few. Lift the heels and squat down and up. Go. Down, down, up, and up. Now notice you're a little bit wobbly, and that's okay. But the calves and the quads are really taking a good kicking. Practice round's almost over. 2 more. 1 more time. Hold. If you felt a burn down here, wicked. That's what I'd like you to feel again. So practice round's done. We're going to do that again. So, a couple of things you might have noticed with that. One, you might have been all over the shop, and that's all right. Maybe use a chair or a brush or anything like that to keep you helping balance. That's okay, because the work really is you trying to sink deep into the squat. The other thing you might have noticed is when your heels are lifted slightly, it actually allows you a little bit more depth in the squat. Yeah, so when the heels are on the floor, you might feel a bit restricted in places. Should we give it another go? Toes out, chest lifted, and start to lift the heels now. Are they lifted? In 4, 3, 2, 2, down, go. At the top, press all the way up. If you feel a little unsure about this, ground the heels now, but try to lift the heels now. It's okay if you're wobbling a little bit, it's supposed to happen. 8 more, then you're done with these. 8, 7. The heels are about, what, 3 mil off the floor right now, but hey, a lift is a lift. 4 more. Last 2. Oh my days. 1 more. Good, little rest, breathe. Oh, how is it already? 12 minutes into the workout, or 9 if you exclude the warm-up. Okay, little towel down, little sip if you need to. We're gonna move into our next phase. So that should have got your heart rate up. Again, quads, hamstrings would have got a little bit because we always do with a squat, but the calves are really, really awake now. I'd love to say we're going to come back to something like that later, but what I am going to say is we're going to do something similar right now, but with a lot more single leg focus. So here's what you're going to do. Take your feet wide, and we're going to concentrate just on one side. If you bend your right leg, it's the right heel that's lifted. Watch. Sinking down into the right leg. Watch again. So the heel is up, and you're on the ball of your foot on the bent leg. Shoulders are back, chest up. Try it with me now. Left leg stays straight. Go, slide. It's kind of similar to a Cossack squat, isn't it? And if you don't know what one of those is, you can always Google it. But for now, stay with me. Don't go Googling it now. Don't go Googling it now. And again, if this gets a little too much, ground the heel. It's going to help you push back up. 1 more. Change legs straight away. Lift the heel. The longer you post out that heel, the more tension you're going to create in the calf and almost isolate the quads a little more. Shouldn't be shaking. 12 minutes into the workout. 4 more times. Who fancies a bit of hamstrings next? Me too. Last 2. Last 1. Oh, nice. Goodness me. A fantastic start. Okay. So we are approaching our halfway point already. We keep these workouts short and sweet to keep you coming back, hopefully daily. But make sure that you get good rest as well. Okay, so for the hamstrings, a deadlift. Now a deadlift without any weight can seem a bit strange, but we're going to use our body weight to our advantage. So a deadlift in this particular movement, you're going to have soft knees and a lifted chest throughout the whole time. As you hinge at the hips will sit backwards and you will take a bow forward, but there's only a small knee bend. We're not going to bend too much into a squat. Then you're going to fold yourself back up again. We'll try that on 2 feet, Then we're going to individually work single leg. So hands on hips if you feel good. Lift your chest and take a bow. 2-2. Down, down, up, up. Now, everything we've done so far has required some sort of hip hinge when the hips travel back and the upper body bows forward. And with that in mind, it does mean that the glutes are always firing and the lower back is also getting primed. One more. Okay, hold and watch. You're going to stand and use your right leg. The left foot is going to take a small step back, only putting about 5% of your body weight into that back foot. So you're going to keep it quite relaxed, okay? You're going to follow the same pattern, but it's a single leg deadlift. So pin the chest up and shoulders back, even when you're at the lowest point, okay? Soften the standing knee, relax the back foot, keep that leg bent. Take a bow, smooth and steady, go. Now, as you continue to do this, try to listen to this. With your hands on your hips, there's a little bit of resistance back into the center line of your body. So it's not really applying much more weight into the upper body to increase the resistance of the deadlift, but here's something to try. That's 8 reps. We're going to do another 8 reps with your arms up and forwards. Go. Now, granted, it won't be much, but we've just extended the levers in our arms to hopefully help that tilt and pressure in the hammies and glutes. Whoa. Now press the heel through the floor, dent the ground. Now one more and a quick change of legs, hands back on your hips. Go. Good. Chest proud. And even again at that lowest point of the deadlift, you're still lifted at the chest and rib cage. Now we've very often said this, but put your mind into your muscle. The muscles that we're trying to work right now, arms up, hamstrings and glutes. So think about those. The back of the legs as you're stretching and lengthening, and the glutes. Think about contracting. Squeeze those muscles tight. 4 more. 4 more. Whole posterior chains now working. All those muscles down the back body. Good. All right, rest there. They'll shake off. Couple more deadlifts, and that'll be you for the first half. Well, actually, pressing on for time. Into the session we are. Okay. So back to those single leg deadlifts again, but straight into the good stuff. So if you felt good with your arms up, again, remember you're increasing the lever that you're trying to tip forward from, which hopefully should mean there's a little extra resistance without actually using a resistance weight plate, dumbbell, or anything like that. Okay, shall we? Yeah, pick a leg. Any leg, doesn't matter which one you start with. Go. Now, if you're doing this in your front room and the curtains are open, people are going to think, what on earth are they doing? But they can think what they want. You know you're doing a great job. Do it with a smile, maybe a wave. Oh, he's lost it, he's lost it. One more and quickly change legs. Ready? Switch now. Go. The wave back, great. Result. Four more times, reach further, reach further. Trust your front leg the most. Shoulders are still pinned back. One more time. Good. Recover. Well done. Okay. Squats and deadlifts done. It's a great job. Now before we hit our lunges, in fact, another little towel down. Bear with, bear with. So, yeah, squats, deadlifts done. Let's put my plenty or the Juan sheet over there. And let's crack on with some lunges now. So, in the lunge position, we want to check that we take a big step back and allow our knees to bend lots. But there's also going to be another balance challenge in here, and also testing the flexibility and ability in your hips and your hamstrings, which I don't have great flexibility in my hamstrings. I admit that, but hey, we do things that challenge us, don't we? They're the only things that tend to change us. So, feet under hips, and let's just start with a staggered lunge. Left leg steps back. 1, 2, 3, and switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. Now I'd like you to keep doing that for the next 20 seconds or so, please. Keep doing that, but watch me as you do it. When you step up, you're then going to lift the same back leg and kick out. Then you'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Try it with me now. Step back, drop, up, lift. The same leg. Switch. Now this part here, you're thinking, all right, I didn't sign up for any ballet. Well, good, because there's nothing like ballet. What it is doing though, it's giving you a little bit of relief in the quads, but as you lift the knee, you're working the hip flexors and balance muscles, the hip stabilizers, and you're also stretching the hammies. How many of you out there think that I just make this stuff up on the spot? Yeah, you'd probably be right, actually. Now, I'd like you to carry on, but this time, when you come back up, you don't quite come up fully. And you keep a little bend in that standing leg. Go. Oh. Last one. Good. Lateral lunge. Out, out, in, and in. Same leg. Just like the warm-up. And you're dragging the foot back in. Chest is always high. On the way in, lift the knee up. Like this. If balance is not your friend, then do this more often to make it your friend. Change legs. Go. Slide back in. Everything we've done so far is on our feet, right? Yeah, so we're testing our balance even more now. But the lateral stuff does no one any harm, right? Back to the right leg. Do it now, go. You can't help but take a good lean forwards, but just try for me to stay tall on that squat out. Switch, knee comes up straight away. Oh. Time we on? 25 minutes in. All right, relax, breathe. Should do a bit of floor work. Yeah, do a bit of floor work. So you're gonna need some space on the ground. Not much space, mind. So we're coming into our last handful of exercises for the day. Quick little sip. Now, a couple of things for this movement. Comfort for your knees, because we're going to be kneeling down on the ground, putting a bit of weight downwards. So if you want to have a towel on the floor, rug, carpet, mat, Anything you can. A couple of sponges. No, actually don't do that because they might be slippery. So it's called, well, I call it camel pose. It's a movement that you might be familiar with. But the idea behind this is to try and really identify and isolate the quads. The core is going to get a real good fire, but the back is also going to get great work in this. So hands can be pretty much wherever you want them to be. But what I'd like you to try and do is keep a straight line from the knees all the way through the body up to the top of the head the whole time. So it goes a little something like this. The toes are digging into the floor and you're going to lean back and then come forwards. Now this particular part of the workout, I'm not going to get you to work to any rhythm, any music right now. Although there's music on, put that in the background. I want you to go at your own tempo because this takes a lot more strain to lean back. So you've got to brace really hard, pull the belly in. Hands can go on hips, hands can come in front of you. It's up to you. Let's just start with about 30 seconds of these. Let's give it a go. Lean back as far as your body will let you without the hips sitting back. You could do that all day, right? Push the hips forwards, lean back, and keep your chest up. Go. Oh. Pressing the toes and the ball of the feet into the floor. Oh. Ah. Remembering that if we're trying to hinge, only at the knee. So the hips still and pushing forwards. Oh. Just watch out, there's nothing behind you. Where are you feeling that? Where are you feeling that? I won't see your comments, but where are you feeling that? Thighs? A little bit of glutes, a little bit of lower back, mid back, knees. Oh, couple more. This is one to practice, isn't it? Oh, make this the last one. We'll finish on the crescendo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you beauty. Not much of those, because as much as they do isolate through the quads, they can also put quite a lot of pressure actually in the knees. So we need to be careful with that one. Now, onto your backs for a bit of a lie down. Yes. Okay, for this next move, you can choose footwear or no footwear. I'm going to keep my trainers on, but if you've got a laminate floor or you're on tiles, then might be good actually to just whip your trainers off and you've got socks sliding on the floor, but you can of course do this with your trainers on. So here's how it looks. Arms are going to be on the floor. We're just going to start off with a few normal hip bridges where the heels are under the knees and we press the hips up toward the ceiling. We're then going to progress to extending one leg. Now as you lift up, you're also going to slide the heel in towards your hip. So the leg will be straight and the hip will be down. But as you come up, we're going to draw it back. Oh, like you're trying to basically scrape your heel along the floor as tightly as you can, and that should get great contraction in the hamstrings and the calves. Yeah, mint, right? So let's just start with a hip bridge. Heels pressing into the floor, a little wiggle of the toes, shoulder blades to the ground, palms up, 2 by 2, go up and down. Lift, squeeze your glutes, lower, return. So to get a bit of fire in the glutes, same move, up quick, triple pulse. Do it now, go. 3, 2, 1, back down. Chest bone starts to get a little closer to the chin. At the top, shoulder blades pull in. Whoa. Make this one your last one. And then we give this next part a try together. So hold for a second. Extend one leg. Now, again, whether it's footwear or not, that slide, because with my rubber soles and the rubber floor, it's a little bit jumpy. And that's all right. That's okay. We're trying to get contraction in the hamstrings. So, As we lift up the hips, we're pushing through the back foot to help lift, but we're also dragging along the floor, trying to slide back in. Just watch out for the carpet burn if you've got it. Let's give it a go. Straighten the leg. In your own time, let's not worry too much about tempos. Try it now. And at the end, you're all in that starting fixed position. Extend back out, one leg at a time. I'll tell you when to change legs. Oh. On the way out, it might be easier to just extend and lower down. Oh. One more. And I'm not liable for any marks that you make on the floor. Change legs. Go. Slide along. Press down into the floor with that sliding heel. Oh. That was a good noise, wasn't it? It was a good noise. Couple more times. Ah. Oh. Last one. One more rep. Oh, well done. Superb. All right, quickly roll over onto your front. Time we on? Oh, 30 minutes. Already in the bag. One last exercise for you to do. We're going to sort of start to calm things down a little bit. But the great thing about this workout today, you have permanently worked your core. A lot of this workout's been done on your feet, so we've already made it rather functional. Every time you've moved, you've had to stabilize your body, so a lot of balance has been needed, which means that your core's taken a fire, taken a good hit. But not one crunch has been done. We didn't need to. We did not need to. So here's what to do here. Arms out to 45 degrees to the corners. We're going to lift opposite arm and leg. A little squeeze of the shoulder blades and lift the heel. Go. Switch. Now at this point, we're not really working the upper back. What we are doing is working the mid and lower back, glutes, and the hamstrings will work too. This will be your last exercise for the day. But this needs to be smooth, slow, and controlled. And you know, if you're lifting the heel, do it with a straight leg. Otherwise, if you're just bending at the knee, well, it's kind of doing nothing really. Thigh come off the ground. Oh, it won't lift far. It won't lift high. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And that'll be time. Good. Hands to floor. Push up. Sit back. Oh. Awesome. Really good job. Lots of work, of course, for the legs, quads, glutes, hamstrings, calves. Obliques have taken some work with a lot of balance, hip stabilizers. And the core for the last half an hour. Decent. Take one leg up and forwards. A little push forward for the hip flexors. Little towel down. Hopefully you guys are keeping with us. Keep cracking on with these workouts. Change legs. Let us know which ones you're doing, which ones you're avoiding. If you're avoiding me, then you've even seen this, but maybe you're avoiding Harley's. It's a bit fierce, eh? Awesome. Right, come up to your feet, take your time. Quick stretch for the quads. Heel to bump, knees together. Not going to keep you for much longer. Touchdown switch. This is the most upbeat cool down stretch I've ever done, I think. Awesome, quick one for the hamstrings. Take one leg forwards, keep that front leg straight as you sit the hips back. Hands on the back bent leg. Switch legs. Oh, what a start to the day. And if it's halfway through the day already for you, or end of the day, then I hope you have a good one. Rise up, relax, roll your shoulders, and that is legs, bums and tums from myself to you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have the rest of the day, enjoy it, be positive, strong, safe, and we'll see you next